Big
All
Chico.
right, Big Herm, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I see you on the road right now, moving, getting it in. What's going on out there? You in San Diego still?
You know it. You know it. I'll be out
All
that way in
right,
a few. I'll be out that way in a few weeks.
all right. Well, hey, for everybody checking in, we are back for with another edition of Prime Parents, and I have a prime parent here with me right now, Mr. Herman Smith Jr., the father of Herman Smith III, of course, the safety for the Colorado Buffaloes, formerly of Jackson State, and
Right.
transferred to Idaho State
Yeah.
from San Diego. I think it was Lincoln High School, correct?
Yeah. He was at Madison first. Then I transferred him to Lincoln. With the head coach is David Dunn. He used to play for the Oakland. He played for the Raiders back in the days. So that was the best fit. That was the best fit for him. So that's why I sent him
Gotcha.
over to Lincoln. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do here, we're going to have something different. We got a new parent, Herman Smith Jr., of course, who we haven't had on before, but we're going to bring on a returning parent, also, Miss Latanya Benson, the mother of Khalil Benson, offensive tackle, of course, for the Colorado Buffaloes. How you doing, Miss Benson?
Doing well. How are you all this evening?
We're doing great. Thank you for joining us. We got
Yeah.
our first mixture of parents and round table type parent talk right now. So I'm glad you guys could join me. I know our time differences is crazy. Let them
Yeah.
know where you're checking in from, Ms. Benson.
All the way Bloomington, Indiana,
All
by
right.
way of South
Wow.
Haven, Mississippi.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm out in Hawaii for everybody asking. So we got Hawaii to San Diego to Bloomfield, Indiana, checking in. If you're in the chat right now, let us know where you guys listening in from. Any questions I will be asking from the chat. So y'all get in the chat right now and let us know. I know we might have some difficulties. Like I said, we're across the nation. So Ms. Benson might just checked out, but she'll be checking back in, I'm sure. So
Right.
salute to everybody in the chat. So all right, we'll go with Mr. Smith first. Give us a little background and rundown, and let everybody get a chance to know Herman once again.
What Herman? Me or my son?
Well, first of all, what I like to do is, what I like to do is, I
It's
like
three.
to get to know.
Three
Yeah,
of us.
you're right. I like to get to know the parents
Yeah.
also, and that'll lead into um, the athletes, so or the student athletes. So tell us about yourself and your background first.
Well, I play. I came up out of San Diego, born and raised out of Southeast San Diego. Uh, Played football. I used to box. Also played baseball. Uh, Played at Grossmont College for 2 years, and that was pretty much it right there. And been working for the city of San Diego, you know, for a minute now.
Hmm.
And
And
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I was just going to ask you more about the family. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, and the father of 7 kids. So I got 4 girls and 3 boys.
Four girls and three boys.
Right.
How was it? How was it raising four boys and three girls?
Kind of rough. It was kind of rough. You know, my oldest boy, he was my headache, and my youngest ones was always the cool ones. My oldest boy was my headache, and little Herman was actually one of my good ones. He was one of my good ones. No issue,
Yeah,
no problems. Always paid attention. His mom did a good job with him, and yeah, it was all good.
great, great. So growing up out in San Diego, you don't hear a lot of people playing. Well, I wouldn't say that because you got a lot of running backs from San Diego, but football is bigger in the South. It seems is a
Right.
lot of people have that perception. How is football coming up in California, SoCal to be exact?
I went to school with Terrell Davis. I was a freshman. He was a senior at Lincoln High. So,
Hmm.
also, Ricky Williams. You
Yep.
know, who else can I say? I
It's
played
another
football with Rashad Salam, rest in peace. That was my boy. Went to high school together. And
Colorado.
yes, he was Colorado. Actually, when I went out there, I went and visited his grave site. Because that was one of my close friends.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad what happened to him. But yeah, so it's a lot of football come up out of San Diego. It's a lot of it's a few Hall of Famers too.
Yeah, and then you can't forget about is Reggie Bush from 619, right?
Reggie Bush, that's my boy too. That's my
Ricky
boy too.
Williams. Yep.
Reggie
Yeah,
Bush.
man.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
So it's we got a few out there. We got a few in the NFL right now. You know,
Yep.
so it's a football culture here. It's real good. You know, but it's a lot of it's a lot of people that's come up out of the southeast San Diego because it's a lot of ghetto. It's a lot of
Hmm.
ghetto. And mostly some of them came up out of the ghetto. You
Yep.
know, Terrell Davis from out of the ghetto. Reggie Bush, Ricky Williams, all them was southeast San Diego.
Yeah.
You
Man.
know,
And then Lil Herm, as you call him, ended up where Miss Benson and them is from out of Mississippi, ended up
yeah.
going to Jackson, Mississippi. How did that get on his radar from the get go?
As soon as I heard Dion got the job, I had brought it to my son's attention, and I was like, "How do you feel about going to an HBCU?" Because he had 13 offers already.
Yeah, he was one of the most highly touted guys to go to Jackson State at the time.
Yeah, yes, and he was an athlete. So he said, "Man, I would love to go play for Dion." I said, "For real?" I said, "Okay, well, give me a day or two. I'm gonna see if I can make it happen." And I called one of my boys, and he made it happen.
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
that. And I'm sure
yeah,
Coach Prime was like, "What? He want to come here with all these accolades?" And yeah, heck yeah, let's
exactly,
get him.
exactly. So
All right,
it was something different. A culture shock to him, but he loved it once he got there.
right. Now,
Yeah,
Mama Benson, being in Mississippi, Coach Prime
Mm.
came there, and but Khalil was already established at the time when Coach Prime was there. He was already, doing his thing. I think committed to Indiana at the time.
Yeah.
How did you guys take the news with Coach Prime coming to your home state?
Man, I was excited. It was so many people like, oh my God. I was excited, just for the Jacktown, and being able to have all of that notoriety to come in. And I knew that he was gonna come in big, like what they said, come in hot. I knew he was gonna come in hot, and so giving those young men an opportunity to see something different, to feel something different, that was huge.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then, but Khalil was in Indiana. He goes to Indiana, and he's watching from afar. And Herman
Yeah,
Smith and them, and Shador and Shiloh and everybody's down there at Jackson State, just tearing it up. Now you guys are now teammates. We're gonna get more into the stories, but now you guys are teammates, and we're gonna get into this first week of fall camp right now. How has it been, and what has been the responses back from talking to the young fellas on both sides?
oh, you can go first.
thank you. I think that first week was they of course knew it was coming, but with anything that we know on this grand scale, there's going to be some form of anxiety. You
Hmm.
know, um, I would be remiss if he wasn't nervous. A little bit, and I think that he was. Khalil is that kid that beats himself up. Like, oh, I could have done, man, mom, I could have did this different. This could have been better. So, and I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. So he went into that week. It was a little rough for him. I'm probably gonna get me for telling y'all this, but he called me, and matter of fact, nothing is new under the sun, right? So I felt it already, and I was like, something's going on. So just so happened he called me that evening, and it was written all over his face, and I said, "Okay, you ready to shake it off?" I said,
Right,
"Let's shake it off." I
right,
said,
Yeah.
"I get it, you know, I get it, but you got to get it." And so let's do what we know to do. We gonna call on the Almighty like we always do. I said, and get your mind right and let's go.
right.
Let's go. We DT2 up in here. And
Yeah.
that's what you need to be focused on, this whole week up until the 29th. So
Right.
yeah.
All right. And Big Herm.
That's crazy because that's the same thing with my son. Nervous, but like everything was going good until they had that first scrimmage, and gave up a touchdown. I said, dude, everybody give up a touchdown.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shake that off and you get back to yourself. You know,
Yeah.
but other than that, you've been making plays, you've been doing your thing, so you can't just beat yourself up over one play or you give up a touchdown.
Right.
And like she said, you got to let that go and let's go, keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know.
Because like
So
you say, he's been making some plays out there. We saw him
yeah,
get a pick,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, a pass that should do it through trying to get to Travis, and he was
Right,
right there, Johnny on the spot to get that and take it the other way. So both of
right.
them been making plays. Khalil
Mhm,
been playing on both sides of the offensive line, at tackle and at guard. Do you
mhm.
know which one he prefers, whether it's tackle or guard? Did he give up that information?
So look, Khalil was ranked 17th coming out of high school in Mississippi. He was 38 overall in the nation by
Wow.
ESP for guard. You know,
Okay.
he's a dog for real. So Khalil wants to pound somebody in the dirt. You want to crawl on, you know.
Yeah.
So he loves guard. You know, it was just that he God has blessed him to be able to play both.
Hmm.
You
Right.
know, which if he needs to play tackle, he's gonna play tackle. You know, but
Mhm.
he definitely loves playing guard, and it's just as hard as football. So, like, if they needed him on defense, he'll go to defense. You
Right.
know,
Right.
which he played some defense. You know, he played some defense in high school as
Yeah.
well, both sides of the ball. I mean,
Mhm.
we turn it over, he's still on the field. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
it's just in him. But I love to see him pancake somebody too. You
Right.
know,
Hmm.
I love to see him put him in the dirt too. You know, and I think I'm like more than he is. Like, you know, so. I love
Right.
it, man. I love it. And but then I know that's that adrenaline. I can see him going. But like I said, he does. He loves guard. But
Right.
hey, with 400 plus snaps, only one sack gave up last year. You know, on tackle
Mhm.
at tackle. So thank you, Lord.
Yes, indeed.
You
Had
know.
that versatility though is what the scouts would look for in the league. If he could play both of them, have experience at both of them, and grade out
Right.
Yeah.
well at both of them, hey, that's the valuable asset to have on the offensive line,
Yeah.
for
Most
any
definitely.
team. What about Herman? Does he prefer playing free safety, strong safety? And like you say, he came out of high school as an athlete. How did he stick to just staying on the defensive side of the ball at safety?
Boy, well, once he got to Jackson, Dion wanted him to play defense. You
Hmm.
know, 'cause he was playing receiver and he played running back too in high school. But
Yeah.
Dion wanted him at safety, and he wanted to play safety too. So I like him better on offense. But whatever he wanted to do, I was rolling with it. You know, so far he liked to play safety, but he can play the safety. He can play the strong safety. You know, he'll play nickel. He'll play wherever you put him at. He gonna play it.
Yeah. And in this defense where coaches using everybody to their strengths, and you might
Mhm.
see three safeties on the field at the same time. So you could see
Right.
him, Cameron Sealman, Craig, and Shiloh on the field at the same time, which would be a good thing and make it more even more versatile. Because like
Exactly.
um like Trevor Woods came down from safety to linebacker, Herman is in that same type of mode. He can play linebacker, safety, because he's
Right.
physical. A lot of people,
Right.
I don't know if they know that yet because he kind of went to Idaho State last year. We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
too. How did he decide
hmm
there? But
hmm
probably got off the radar of some people. But
hmm
once he came back with the Coach Prime, I was oh yeah, we got Herman Smith back because I
Right.
knew the type of player he was coming into Jackson. So we look
Yeah.
forward to him making a lot of plays this season. How did he end up going to Idaho State from Jackson State?
Once he left Jackson State, he wanted to follow Dion, but they wanted him to come on as a walk on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, something like that. And I wouldn't for that because he already played with you guys for 2 years, so you know what he can do.
Yeah.
So I guess his cousin coached at Idaho State, and he went there behind him. Did I like it? No. So he had to figure it out for himself, and he didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why as soon as he came, you know, the year was over with. He got in that portal quick. You know, and you know, Dion, you know, love him, and you know, hey, come on over here, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I'm glad
Big
he back
move
over
right
there
there.
because he was out of he was out of his character at Idaho. He wasn't the same. So you know, now he
Mm-hmm.
back to himself. He with family again, and he happy. You know, so
Yeah.
that's all that matters to me. As long as he happy, I'm happy.
Right. Around some
And that's why
familiar
he's gonna
faces.
work hard too. You know,
Exactly.
they work harder, and I even look at those guys. Some of them being, you know, from especially those guys coming in from that portal, and now it feels like it's home. So
Right.
I just feel like things get shaken up sometimes so they can appreciate where they're about to go. So that's why they working so hard. They hungry,
Yes.
you know. They are hungry because hey, I didn't get a chance to shine right here or what have you, and but guess what? I'm needed here. So let
Right.
me go ahead right now and make this thing happen. So, it's that's why, I try to stay out those comments, guys, and all that negative and but if they knew like what we see when
Yeah.
you're talking to your child,
Right.
and you hear that passion in them, and it's not just because there's a camera. Hell no, excuse me, hell no, that ain't what that's about. That's
Right.
because they hungry. That's because they got passion. They love the game, so they're gonna go out there and play it,
Yes.
and play it well
Yeah.
Yes.
and play it well. And I love that your son and mine and the others when they go to feeling that nervousness and what
Mm-hmm.
have you. Again, that tells me like, oh, I know I gotta go, and
Yeah.
we finna turn up.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Let's
don't care
make
how
this
long you
happen.
play football. I don't care how long you play football. If you don't get nervous before the game, that's a little bit different. I don't
Yeah.
know. You're a little bit different because you're
That,
gonna get
that, that was,
nerves at least to kick off or till you get that first lick or give that
That's
first
right.
lick. You're gonna be
yes.
then you'll be fine after that. But yeah, you're gonna have those nerves, man. So
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
you and then with the spotlight, you said something with the spotlight of Coach Prime and all these guys and what they're doing. Everybody want to be like Colorado. You're gonna get the
Hmm.
negative stuff, and we just
Yeah.
happen
Yeah.
to be filming this on the ends of some negative stuff that came out that we saw in the news today. And
Hmm.
I want to use our time and our little soapbox to debunk that or bring some truth behind it or whatever it was. I doubt if that's the case. But have you guys heard anything from your student athletes about any of like the craziness that's been going on, or have they been uncomfortable in any type of way? Have they been in fear or danger of their life or fighting in the
Oh
locker
my.
rooms or anything
Well,
out of the ordinary from a football team?
my son would tell me anything. Everything that goes on, he would tell it. So he ain't told me nothing. And usually he'd be like, Dad, I can't believe it, but this will happen. This is going on out here. So and none of that took place. I ain't heard it. And my son, he already know, tell me whatever's going on, I want to know.
Yeah.
And he's an honest kid. So I ain't heard nothing like that. And there's gonna be a lot of lies because of Coach Prime and what they got going on. It's gonna be a whole lot of there's gonna be more. This is
Yep.
just the beginning. It's gonna be more.
Yep.
Man,
Facts.
it's like I posted a post on Twitter um a little while back and said that thieves don't break in empty houses. You
Mm,
Mm,
know, they know. You hear me, Chico?
mm.
They know what's happening in
Right.
Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
And so anything to tear it down. But
Right.
guess what? I had to go there.
Right.
Enemy come to do what? Kill, steal, and destroy.
yep.
Right.
So he doing his job. We
Hmm.
just have to make sure that as the parents, as the fans, as the coaches, the support staff, and all that we're also doing our job, and that's to continue to motivate those young men. That's to motivate the coaches to make sure they know we got their back. I don't care what they saying and what they doing.
Yeah.
You can't get on someone make a post and you in here talking about Colorado. That tells me
You paying attention?
I be trying to catch my words. I almost said nigga.
Let it go. It's all
You
good. We
know
in a
what that
safe
tells
place.
me?
What that
You
tell
Right.
you
you?
love this.
Right.
Because other than that, why would you be saying anything?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You
So
want to be you secretly supporting it, but you can't say it because your friend watching and you've been talking about us. You've been dogging us.
yeah.
Exactly.
Man. No, Khalil hadn't said anything. Hey, um, again, I'm that bummer. I don't know if y'all saw where Charlie had said Khalil like to put him in the dirt. He nasty. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
just what an old line mama like to hear. Put him in the dirt, baby. Be nasty with it, baby. Be big nasty with it. I love that. So,
That's
if there is no aggression, I'm going to have a problem. So that
that's
means,
Well,
baby, you on the field, that means you're going to let some stuff slide. Now, don't let nothing slide. You be as nasty and as a dog. And I want to see it.
and see, that has me ask the question too, as we just lost Herman. I think he'll come back in though. But uh, I'm sure you've seen Khalil in a bunch of fist fights or whatever, but these things happen on the football field. And O-line
Yeah.
mama knows this, but people are going to try to blow it out of proportion or whatever. How does mama feel, or how does dad feel when they see their son out on the field and it might be a scuffle or something on the football field?
Go first, man.
Thank you, Herman. What that
Mhm.
tells me is because I know my child. That means he been in somebody's butt. He's pushing them. Not gonna let them stop. They mad because he done drove them 20, 30 yards down the field, and
Right.
they mad didn't know how to take it. But guess what? We've been hearing it from day one. Iron sharpens iron.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Right. Right.
I get it. I'm an athlete. I played sports, you
Right.
know, and I was that one. I was gonna run my mouth too, baby. You thought you gonna get me in the post? No, I got you. That
Yeah.
old elbow got you right here, and I'm gonna drop that right. We talking all in that post. You hear me?
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
Hey,
he
right.
better be out there talking.
Yeah.
He better be out there leading. You know,
That's right.
I've heard them say, I don't like his leadership. And you
right.
don't know what his leadership is. But I
Yeah,
guarantee you, them guys, he can go and talk to any of them and they can come and talk to him. They're going to
Right.
respect it. You know,
Right.
if I'm on your team, me, you, and all of us on team, and y'all let me slack, I'm going to have a problem with that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm going to have a
Yeah.
problem with that. And anybody else around us should have a problem with that.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, no, you keep pushing, and that's what I want them doing. I love when I see him going up against Dayon and BJ.
yeah,
Man, please, y'all better work that boy. Work him, because the more y'all work him, the better he gonna get. Them feet gonna constantly get better. You know,
Right.
his hands gonna placement gonna get better. And the same way with them. They're gonna know how to come off that line. You hear me? They go, man, look,
I don't even have to
if they
say it.
ain't played sports, then I don't expect for them to understand.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I don't even have to say it.
Exactly.
Put it in the chat if y'all love
Yeah.
Mama Benson answer. Put it in the chat if y'all y'all
Yeah.
already killing it.
Yeah.
Hey, family, I see some of them. Hey, y'all, I ain't even speak. Forgive me. Mama
Yeah.
Benson over here shaking in her boots. I'm ready. I'm trying to see what shirt I'm gonna put on this game, what hat I'm gonna wear right here. Man, I'm ready. Hey, man, you hear me?
But to say this, man, I love your attitude. I love your attitude. I
A
love
hundred
Appreciate you,
percent.
it.
brother.
I love it. God, man, I love it. You know,
Uh, I
man,
haven't seen Herman in any scuffles out there, but if he was, I'm
man, I
sure
tell
Dad would
him,
be like,
I tell
"How?"
him all the time. Well, I tell him all the time, you ain't like me because I had an attitude out there. I had an
Mhm.
attitude. I was in the mix in somebody's face, talking mess through the whole game. He a little bit quiet. He's
Mhm.
been like that. He's quiet. But when he go in that field, he got a little attitude. He talk a little mess. But other than that, he's quiet. He's very quiet.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
did notice
Yeah.
that he's a quiet one unless you make a play or
Yeah.
something. He
Yeah.
jumping around,
Yeah.
hopping
Yeah.
around, and all.
Exactly. That
Yeah,
right. That part.
yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
I told him
All
that's
right.
that
But
light skin.
everybody got a role, you know, and maybe that's his role,
Yeah, that's that
you
Yeah,
light skin.
know.
That's that light skin.
you said there's a light. Hey,
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 but
but see,
that's
look,
my boy though. That's my boy though.
you get the wrong light skin one now.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah,
you get the
yeah,
wrong light skin one. Hey,
yeah.
shoot,
He's with it.
like,
He's with it. He's with it, but he's just humble. He's very humble, but he's
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%,
Hmm.
man, 100%. We
Yeah.
just joking though, but
Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Coach Prime knows the talent. He knows the guys
Hmm.
around. And like he said, and he proved to me one time, but he knows the guys like the back of his hands. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
Especially once they get around them. So
Right.
Khalil's been there for a minute. Herman's been there at Jackson State.
Hmm.
Um, tell us some things we might not know about that has probably transpired, good things or whatever, but some things we might not know about Khalil, we might not know about Herman.
Go ahead, Miss Benson. You
Huh?
got
Transfer since he been there, or
Well,
just
just
as
yeah,
a
some
whole.
as a whole, or even as a football
You know,
player, as an athlete.
believe it or not, Herman talks about look, good Herman, humbleness. Khalil
mhm,
is so humble.
yeah.
You know, he some of his high school teachers and everything, they text me and they like, how's our gentle giant? Because that's who he is. And that's
Mhm.
why I know when I see all of that, he means business. You know, because other than that, he's quiet. Khalil doesn't care for being in the spotlight like
Hmm.
that. You know, he's always been a behind the scenes type guy. You know, being a junior deacon and all of that. I'm taking pictures. He's standing there taking up money and praying like, Mom, why are you taking pictures? I'm like, because these gonna be some good memories, later. He's like, don't do that. That's Khalil. But when that what you see out here, that's passion. You know, he loud, he pushing. That's because he loves it. But I've just seen him continue to grow. Sometime as a mom, I ain't gonna lie, I laid in my bed a couple nights like he done forget about me. But he's growing because I want to talk to him every day. You
And
know
I said,
what happened? How you feeling in practice today? How you do? I want
right,
to hear it all.
Mm-hmm.
But I see the growth. I see the growth. He's my man child, but he's definitely in. I can see that man, that um man. I just see a man.
yeah,
And Khalil handles his business. We
right,
laugh about him paying bills or whatever. He like, Mom. I said, don't look at me. Because I told you, because, I see that so he's understanding, the finances and, the way of life. He loves Colorado,
Yes.
but he also knows that I got to make sure this time that I have, I got to make sure I'm prioritizing things.
Mm-hmm.
I see that as well. So he's just becoming a well-rounded person. He knows what he wants. He knows that he has to go get it. There is no slacking.
right,
But I'm gonna tell you what I love, and I'm gonna hush him so you can jump in there. He also though knows that he has support. So those, just like I told you, when he called me, I knew something was going on. And when he called and like, Ma, I just needed to hear your voice. I know that you was gonna say something, to get me over this hump. I
right,
love that part. Don't forget your roots, and he hasn't. Yeah, this is fancy, this is lights, this is all that, but he hasn't forgotten where he come from, and he still loves his pinto beans and cornbread. You
right,
know,
Ooh, Lord, yes, indeed.
yeah,
Yes.
all
that's
six,
right,
8 pounds of them that I have to cook. He still
Oh
loves them.
God,
yeah,
I can't get none of that out here, man. I
mhm,
need some black eyed peas, some
Ooh,
field peas. Oh man. All right. Anyways, everybody always say I always end up talking about food on my live stream, so we're gonna let her go ahead.
well, I was, like she said, when he got to Colorado, you know, before he got to Colorado, I was getting phone calls every day. Like Idaho State, he called me every day, every day. When he got to Colorado, once a week, maybe
yeah.
twice. That's because he was back happy. He didn't. He got friends out there. He got the people that he was at Jackson State with. He got Prime. So
Hmm.
he was back in his mode, and that made me happy. That made me stop stressing about him. And he's become a young man, like very mature.
Yeah.
And I love everything about it. I love where he at, and I love just the coaches and the players just embracing him. And, every time he called me, he's happy.
Yeah.
Idaho, he was sad.
Yeah.
Sad phone call. Never happy, just sad. So now
Dang.
he's back to himself. He's back to himself. And as long as he happy, I'm happy. His mama happy, and it's all good. Like she
Man.
said, we got family. Everybody calls and check on him.
Yeah.
Now they ask me, have you talked to him? I said he's good. He's good. He just busy. His main thing is playing football right now. So, he's good.
Keeping that main thing the main thing. When you don't hear from him, you know he's in a good place.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Calling you every day. Come on, man. Man,
Yep. You
can't wait
know
till this year
something is
over
out
with.
there.
I couldn't wait for the year to be over with, so we can get somewhere else and be happy.
Yeah.
You know.
no diss to Idaho State, but Idaho State. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. But here we go. We got a super chat question right here for Miss NY Finest. $10 sent in to Mama Benson saying, "Are you still thinking of starting a YouTube channel? See you aunties want it."
Man,
Shout out to the
I
see you
definitely
aunties.
am.
Right.
And I'm gonna say this, I try not to move on my own,
Mhm.
and when that door definitely opens, I know when to walk through it. I want everything that I try to do everything father filter. I'm just gonna be honest, don't get it twisted, y'all. I know y'all hear me. I'm spiritual. I really am, and but I like to listen, because we can mess some stuff up. We jump out there too fast,
Right.
and so Yeah, I do. I want to do that, and it's a couple of things I want to do, but I'm just waiting on him to give me them thumbs up so I can move.
Right,
That's right.
right, right.
All right, let me see here. Another super chat from Reverend B.J. Nelson out in San Francisco. Praying God's favor on the Benson Smith families. Oh, now Big Dog Chico in the chat. Reverend BJ always checking in. We appreciate you, Rev. Any
Yeah.
questions, y'all let us know in the chat right now. Um, I did have a few more. Let me see if I can get to a question though, right quick. Let me see. Somebody said that beige rage. Oh, talking about the light skin.
Like,
Shout out to Mr. Smith. Thank y'all for doing these interviews for sure. Any of Herman's siblings play ball that's got younger siblings under him, or is he the youngest one?
well, no, my daughter's the youngest one. She's going to the 10th grade, and she runs track and play basketball.
Okay,
Yeah,
because I
so
know you
she's
said
next.
you had it's about what's the total? What was the total? Nine,
Seven.
kids, 7 kids. So you got a squad. You know what I
Yeah, I got
mean?
a
Hey,
squad. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Mama
Mhm.
Benson, Khalil was the biggest in your family out in Webb, Mississippi, right?
Yeah, he's my oldest. Yeah, my granddad had 28 children. All right,
Wow.
28. Make
Whew,
you want to holler, throw up both your hands, you know.
that's that
But
Southern living right there. My grandmother
that
had
it
my
is.
grandmother had 11. So yeah,
Wow.
you had the
So yeah,
tribe.
so Khalil, I think Khalil out of so my grandfather was married twice. His first wife was 14, my grandmother 14. So out of my grandmother's 14, my mom's mom, Khalil is like the tallest and the biggest of all those, grandkids or what have you, and great grands, and he's my oldest. But his I have two daughters, and then I have a nephew that's mine as well. So my just turned 13-year-old is, and I'm 6 feet tall. She's right there with me.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah, she rubs
indeed.
it in too. I'm here to
That
tell
she rub
you.
it in.
So,
God dang.
yeah, I'm trying
Oh,
to reach up and grab something. Mama, I got it. And she did, so she sparked an interest in basketball, which I'm so happy about. And so we're trying to get her, into the groove with that. And so she has the size, she has the height, so
mhm.
just trying to sway on into that way. But I didn't start playing until my junior year of high school. I think I told you before, Chico. Coach was like, "D, you gonna play this year?" I said, "You running cross country?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Nope," because I was not running. Herman, I was not running cross country. And he asked me like 2, 3 years straight. And
Yeah.
that junior year, when he asked me, I was like, "Y'all running cross country?" He said, "Nah, B." I said, "I'm there." And so
That's
I
for
didn't start.
that's for
So
them little
hopefully she'll.
that's for them little girls. That ain't for them. That ain't for
Man, no, not
ain't
that
for
one for me.
not in the post.
No,
Not in the post. You ain't
no,
trying to run no
not in
cross.
the post, baby. Y'all
Wow.
can have all of that. And believe it or not, I don't know if you guys have seen like Khalil when they're running on the field. Khalil is actually always in the front,
Right.
running. That
Mm-hmm.
was me. Now I could run, I just didn't want to. You
Right.
Mm-hmm.
know, I used to run with the guards when we, practicing basketball. I just was not running no cross country. That was a bit much.
Right.
Yeah.
Just wasn't gonna do it. So, but yeah, yeah. So, and then his younger sibling, I don't know about that one. She talks volleyball, but then y'all know how it is. She's 15 and she in the mirror and move her
Uh,
hair this way and that way. So
Right.
that might be it.
I got one about to be 10, and man, I don't know
Man.
what to say
Mhm.
about that right there.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
but here's a
telling
question
you.
right here. Another question from Miss NY's Finest says, "Is there a favorite NFL team that you secretly praying to draft them?" I know we're looking forward past the season. We're gonna move back into the season, but is there an NFL team that you secretly praying to draft them?
Mm. So I've always been that you should. Who my team? I'm from Mississippi. Who my team?
Who your team? I would say
Mm.
the Saints. Or
Who you
wait,
say, Herman?
it could be the Saints or the
Um, Mississippi, huh?
Titans or the Falcons. None of them. I'm wrong.
Not the Falcons?
No, I'm a cowboy for life,
I
baby.
knew it was the
Oh,
Cowboys. Lord have mercy.
oh,
I should have known.
I'm a cowboy for life.
hey,
For life.
I got a couple cowboy friends, and I hate the Cowboys.
I already know it.
Man, man, Cowboys. Oh,
I'm
I
the
get it
biggest
everywhere
fan.
I go.
I should have known that anyway. But yeah,
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna put on my blue myself. I'm gonna wear it.
so
that's what's
Khalil to
up.
the Cowboys would be a dream come true.
Hmm.
Hey, but you know what? It could have been. It can be anybody at this point. You
Yeah,
know, as long as his name is called, then we're gonna be just we're grateful. You know,
yeah.
but I mean, hey, if it's the Cowboys, woo-wee,
Hmm.
the Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus. They
Right,
said that hurt Mama Benson. Not gonna lie, that hurt.
Hey, I
right.
still love you, baby. I love you.
What you say, her?
You know, I'm a Charger fan, so
Mm,
just being drafted to anybody would make me happy. In his
yeah,
family,
Hmm.
anybody. You know, just to see his dream come true. Any team can get him.
Yeah, man. I'll say this. I have
appreciate
I
that.
have former
Hmm.
teammates from El Cajon, right? El Cajon,
El
right out there.
Cajon, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
El Cajon, right? And I'm just wondering how this is a little bit off subject, guys, but how has that really impacted San Diego with the team moving from San Diego to LA?
Mm,
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But we die hard. So we go up there and watch the game. It is what
Okay,
it is. We get a we hop in the car and go up there, tailgate, and do everything right up there in LA.
nice, nice. That's good to know. Well, speaking of games and tailgating and stuff, what games are you guys planning to attend this year for the Colorado Buffaloes?
all of them.
I knew it.
She ain't playing.
All of them.
She ain't playing. She ain't playing.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm so praying on it. Everything works out. I'm at all of them.
And that's going to be a flight, of course. No driving there. That's going to be a flight.
Right. Every
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
And same for you, Herm. You'll be
Well,
catching flight there.
my work schedule. So I'm definitely going to the first game, the homecoming against Baylor in
Mm,
Arizona, which is only 5 hours from here. We
yeah.
all going to
Yeah.
that one. So I'll be
Yeah.
at like about 3 or 4 of them.
Okay. For
And
sure.
then he
I'll
got he got
definitely be
he got his mom. So if I ain't there, she'll be there.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. How let me see here. Thank you both for sharing your young man with us. Colorado auntie. She just checked in. Shamika. Oh now Shamika, shout out to you. Let them know because I saw someone said they got a DT2 shirt. Let them know how and where they could purchase DT2 shirts. And if Herman has any merch or anything of that nature, let us know where they could possibly purchase that.
Got you. Hmm.
So for the DT2 shows, first let me apologize because again, I'm a mom and I realize that sometimes you have well not sometimes you gotta let a man be a man. So Kalia, I was gonna take over that his shirts, his brand and do. He wanted to do it. I kept saying, Khalil, you're not gonna have a lot of time, baby. But so he hadn't even released. He got so much stuff that need to be released. He hadn't released yet. But you guys, KhalilBenson.com is where you can find that merchandise. I got my DT2 shirt on deck and ready. So I really appreciate you all supporting him with that DT2. And I've got a lot of messages. Got the hoodie. That's what's up. I've got a lot of messages. Some people sending me pictures with their shirts on. Man, it just means a lot. People don't have to be nice to you. They don't have to support you. And you guys doing that, I mean, like really means a lot to us. So I really, really appreciate it. Maybe one of them hoodies will help buy me a flight ticket to all these games I'm trying to get to.
There you go.
You
Right.
Yep.
know?
Because it costs a lot of money to get to Boulder,
Yes, it
Colorado,
does.
guys, all over the country.
Yes,
So
it
y'all
does.
support the parents, support any of or the players also support whatever they have as far as websites and merch and things of that nature because it does
Yeah,
help a lot because everybody is not getting millions of dollars in NIL or even hundreds of thousands of NIL
that's
dollars.
right.
So
That's
hey, we
right.
gotta support, guys. We gotta support. Does Herman have anything of that nature yet?
Herman just be talking. He ain't did nothing yet. Procrastinating. He said he's supposed to be and did something. He don't want me to do nothing because he think I'm gonna do it, the wrong way. So you take care of it. But he ain't did it. He ain't did it.
That must be a young player, a young guy thing. They don't want the parents to do anything.
Yeah.
They think y'all too old already.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, we must
Sure.
ain't seen this. You see
Yeah.
that pop, lock, and drop it, baby?
They
You
don't know what
know,
old is to it.
you
They
know,
don't know
I'm
what old
telling
is.
you. I'm
Right.
telling
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
we still got it. I put myself in
Right.
there too, because I've been called Unc a couple times also. So I
Right.
guess I'm in there too. So hey,
Mhm.
Man.
it happens real quick, don't it? You become auntie and unc real fast, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Mama Benson first. I ain't gonna lie, y'all like Mama Benson.
You look
Mama
around.
Benson. You know, I'm in
Hey,
my prime. What y'all mean, Mama Benson,
Right.
dog?
Uh,
No, honey. I love it.
Big Chico, before we go, so when they had their last little vacation, right?
mhm.
Herman came out here with DJ McKinley.
Yeah, yeah,
Very,
yeah. I saw that. I saw that.
very respectful kid,
Mm.
manners, everything.
Hmm.
Even I even hung out with him. I had to take him out, show him how the old folks get down. You know,
Yeah.
so I had
Uh,
a good time with him. I got it's a good kid right there.
right. Shout out to DJ
Mm.
McKinney. So I think he came out there as opposed to going back home, just trying to experience
Yeah,
something different
exactly.
out in
Yep,
San
yep.
Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What were some of the things you guys did out there that you can
I
share
can't
with us?
even. I can't share it. I can't share.
Yeah. There you go. See that? Hey, we was in the backyard and we did push ups
Yeah,
and sit ups and we
yeah.
ran and we went over some coverages. That's
We
what we
did hang
did.
That's
out.
it.
We did hang out. At a few cool spots. At the beach and all that, hanging out, just you know, trying to keep up with them, and I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't. Not no more.
Hey, at a certain point, you like, all right, dog. Hey,
Yeah, y'all
I'd
go ahead.
rather be
Y'all go ahead and do y'all. I'm cool.
right, right. All right,
Yeah.
we
Man,
got
I'm
to.
trying to see if it's a built-in escalator to get me up and
Hey,
down the stairs at the stadium this year, man. Can
It
somebody
is
give
a
me an
lot of walking.
oxygen tank?
It is a lot of walking.
Woo!
So get ready for it. There's a lot of walking
yeah,
out there. I
yeah.
think I
I'm here
walked.
for it.
I think I walked either 11 or 17 miles. But I was doing extra stuff. But I walked like 11 plus miles when
Mhm.
I was at the first home game that I went to. So be ready
Mm.
to walk. But I was
Ooh-wee.
filming
Anybody
also. I
want
was
to drop me off? Pick
need
me
to be
up and drop me off at the stadium. I'm all game for
one of those Coach Prime golf carts is what we need.
Yeah.
something.
Here's another question right here. What do you think about how Chef Solomon feeding the young men they're eating well? And also onto that, how does it feel to be able to watch, or do you watch every day on YouTube? Like you can see what's going on with your student athlete as opposed to being somewhere else and they're just there. Now you can watch and see what they're eating. With the pregame show, you can watch the plays on the field with well off media and reach the people media and stuff. So, how is that from a parent's perspective?
Go ahead, Miss Bisson.
Thank you. I love it. Of course, being Khalil being a big guy, it has to be a lot of food involved, and to see that he's able to get those things that, some of that stuff like I cook, for him to be able to enjoy it as if he was at home, that means a lot. You want to know, I mean, because again, I've seen some schools that kind of sketchy when it comes to, what they're eating every day, but man, I almost asked Dion, hey, want to put me on staff or, can I be near? Just come get a plate every so often. Like, yeah, I mean, it's great. Khalil loves it, able to, able to kind of order what he wants or whatever, man, that's awesome. And then again, like you said, being able to see him, he's 1,001 miles away from me. Okay. I'm used to last year in Indiana being able to see him, but now I'm watching him, of course, through the film, and then it's giving us an opportunity to see their growth, you know. And then it also gives us the opportunity as parents to say, hey man, let me holler at you for a minute. What was that about? Because at the end of the day, You still got to have that foundation. So I'm glad that we're able to see. They may not always be like, man, she said that or said, because that day he was what is I'll be damned if we give up 50 something seconds. I don't give a F. What you just say? Did you forget you was on TV? you know, your pastor watching.
For real.
But even just being able to see that, to
Right.
see it, and again, that's growth. But I get it. That's passion. So as long
Hmm.
as he ain't around there throwing out F bombs just because,
Mm-hmm.
then it's okay. So I appreciate Well Off. I appreciate Reach the People, Uncle. I really appreciate those men
Hmm.
and taking time out to show that. Yeah.
Nice. And
Yeah.
Herm?
Yeah. The same here. Like I watch it every day. I don't miss nothing. I watch it every day. And I'm glad I can see it every day in the practice because I tell him hey man, come on, you got to do
Yep.
better than that, So I'm glad I'm able to see it because I'm gonna speak when I see something
Mm-hmm.
I don't like out there in that field, and I like the way they feed them. They're taking care of them, so he even said it. All the food is good, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, make you hungry. Uncle Kai
yeah,
said the food is fire.
right.
um, Khalil serious about his game and team. Trust your kids think you're the uncoolest person walking planet Earth, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Mhm.
Parents, do you think the Buffaloes will go to a bowl game and make the playoffs this season? Dr. Daniel, our answer for them, yes,
Yes.
of course.
Yes, yes,
Shoot.
Yes.
most definitely, most
Yes.
definitely.
Hey,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
what's the most exciting thing you guys are looking forward to this season? Before we get up out of here, this will probably be the last question. I appreciate you guys and your time. Everybody in the chat, y'all make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe, and comment, and go to their website and support KhalilBenson.com. Herman Smith the third, you can go there on his Instagram, and maybe he'll post something by the time we get done with this. All
Right.
right. So, what's
And
the
that
most
is
exciting thing?
KAHLIL.
KAA.
KAH. Because I post about that too. That's his name.
Right.
Sometimes that's all we have is our name. He's
Yeah.
not
Right.
KHA because there's a KHALIL that plays football out there too, Khalil Benson. So make sure
Oh,
we put in KAHLIL Benson.com. So most exciting, man. I just coming off from Indiana, we had a lot of losses. Okay, which was one of the biggest determining factors with him leaving, in January and going to Colorado. So I want us to win in all aspects of the game. Yeah, I want when that whistle blows and the horn goes off on that clock that we're up. I want that as well, but I also want the life lessons that they're going to learn this year. And so, well, I mean, they've learned a lot already, but to continue to see that, you
right.
know, um, everybody can't win, but then someone's gonna have to learn, right? So I don't even like using lose. So
Mhm.
we winning and we're learning. So if I know that they're continuous to learn, then they're being successful. Quite naturally, he asked the question. Yeah, we want bowl games. We want to go all the way, in which I do truly feel in my heart. There's no doubt that can't happen, and I believe that it will happen. So yeah, I'm excited about that and seeing him put some spaces in the dirt. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Right.
She said, "Get big nasty" earlier. Get big
Big
nasty.
man. Yeah.
What are you most excited about, her?
Hey, I'm short and simple. Shut everybody mouth up. All the haters, all the doubters, shut them up. And all the kids that's on their way up out of here, good luck and make it to the next
Yeah.
level. And there it is, right there.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And how? I think Herm does Herm have an additional year left after this one?
Yeah, yeah, he can play another year if he wants,
Yeah. And
but he'll probably,
Khalil also.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
y'all hear it right here first, man. They have another year left. Both of these guys. Make sure y'all support them once again. This has been the first prime parents roundtable where we have a mixture. We have a parent from all the way in Indiana from Mississippi, and we also have a parent from California, IA out there in sunny California doing their thing. Anything y'all want to leave us with? Um, any words of encouragement, any family morals or things that you guys send your student athlete in the world with, that you hope and you feel like they live by because of it's coming from your family.
Yeah, for us, again, just having that Khalil using that foundation that he has, and that he don't shy away from. I don't care who you in front of, who you beside. You make sure that light is shining, no matter what, and that's going to take him a long way. So, when he starts to feel like the world dumping on him and things aren't going right, you know who to call on. And that's what I tell him. You know who to call on. Even when you call me and I'm not picking the phone up, you can't get me. There's one that you can call on that's gonna be your friend for life, forever, and that's gonna hold you. And once you get that deep down in you and you know that, there's no way but up. Embrace those mountains that are gonna be in front of you, those hills, those mountains that you're gonna have to climb. Embrace that because it builds your character,
Yeah.
and even at this young age of that I am, you know, I still learn. I'm learning every day. I work with youth. I learn from those babies every day. I'm listening because the society now where these young kids are growing up in, it's nothing like you and I, Chico, and the viewers out here. It's nothing like what it's so much more advanced because you got all your social medias and you got in there learning all you do. Man, look, I told
You got
God he was funny.
iPads,
Man,
iPads, computers and
everything.
stuff you got to try to keep your kids off of because they got access
Yes,
to each and everything. All they got to do is scroll the wrong
everything.
way or click the wrong thing or search the wrong thing. And now
Yeah,
it's in the
yeah,
algorithm. And now it pops up on their screen, So we got to watch out. Watch what your kids are watching, guys,
that's right.
people out there. If you're listening in the chat, watch what they're watching. All right. I think we lost Big Herman
Yeah.
right there. But
But
we
to you though,
appreciate everybody
Chico,
jumping in. We appreciate you guys
we
jumping in.
appreciate you, man. You
No,
you you have so much content. Like don't get it twisted. I'm watching too and scrolling 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Should be sleep. I'm pressing the button and listen like, oh, okay, you probably see like, man, this is liking my video at this time. Oh, yeah, because I'm
mm,
up and I'm watching and I'm catching up. But I just want to tell you, how much you are appreciated. And that, again, I just thank God for the increase that He's going to continue to pour into your life, and I know that this takes time to do, and then you got family too, but
mm,
then but to be vested in. Um, Something that you're passionate about and then you're sharing it with the world. So, we're going to thank God in advance, for the increase that's going to come your way, for the other doors that are going to open in your life, because of what you do and you're not afraid to give that other man his kudos,
yes.
because so many of us, we crab bucket mentalities, we pulling each other back down. So it takes a lot, even for our viewers that are on here today. I thank God for you all because again, you don't have to let me know that you're watching us and you're supporting us,
Mm,
but because of your unselfishness, because of you see the big picture, I'm just a firm believer. He commands us to love. He said, above all things, we are to love,
mm,
and you guys show that to us. You supporting our guys. And for me, that is major. That's big because just what you see, this ain't no pretend thing. This is who Mama Benson is, you
right.
know. And I give out just as much as, that God allows to pour back into me. So I know the importance of that. So thank you, Chico. Thank you to Big Dog fans and everybody out there supporting us. And even for Mr. Herman that's gone off, I'm sure he would say the same. Thank you for supporting his baby as well. And all of those young men. Continue to pour into them. When you lay down that night, call their name out for us.
Hmm.
It takes a village. I'm not that mama to say you can't tell mine he wrong. As long as you're doing it in the right context.
Right.
So it takes a village. So I appreciate each and every one of you all, and hope to see you guys in some of these games. And if you see me out, hey, stop, say something to me. You
I'm coming.
know,
I'm gonna come and grab you like this right here with a
man, I'm
big
gonna
hug.
hug you tight too.
I thank you. I received
Yes.
everything you said. I really appreciate those words.
Mm,
And before I wipe a tear away or something like that, I'm gonna say I appreciate it again, and I thank everybody for joining in. I appreciate you guys. Um, all of the questions and things that's in the chat, we can get in there after this video is over with and answer some of them. Mama Benson, when she's rolling over and scrolling at night, maybe she'll respond to some of them. So
I
thank you
will.
guys once again. Let me see. I'm gonna post some up here because they'll disappear before it's over with. So yes, I agree. Big Dog Chico, much love. Great interview. Let me see. We can all stand in agreement with this work. Oh, yes, indeed.
Man,
DT2, wishing Big Dog. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. DT2 all once again. So, hey, if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. And hit the notification bell so that when we do go live once again, because we're going to continue to do this, and hopefully Mama Benson will join me again. You know,
man,
she'll join
anytime,
me
Chico.
when we bring in these other parents and stuff. Mama Benson will just join us, just pop up on us and be a co-host or something like that. You know, whatever it
I
is.
got you, brother. You know I love to run my mouth, y'all. I love it. I got you for
Indeed.
sure.
Shout out to the Delta, me from the
You
Delta.
better know it.
Yeah, for sure. Mississippi in the building. Put them M's in the chat, baby.
Yeah.
All right. All the way to San Diego 619. We appreciate you guys. Thank you once again. Prime Parents
Yeah.
Roundtable. We'll be back next week with some more. And as I always say, hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. We're gonna be up in about the same piece in the Middle East. Yeah. Prime Parents.